Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we're going to talk about more of the number one NFT project right now, backed by a real business, Miracle Cash and more. This would be the Boogie Gopher Club Cash Flow NFT. One time purchase, no monthly payments, no networking, no multi levels, no none of that. You receive passive income, and we're going to talk about it some more today because of their February 27th Zoom call. I am interrupting part of it unless you want to watch the hour long of it, but I'm making edits. So therefore you get some of the latest and greatest information like a $50 million fund. That's right, funding of $50 million and Vodafone stores in Germany. Get the update, ladies and gentlemen, and find out why this once in a lifetime opportunity could be the one you've been looking for. And limited time only. You might only have 5 or 6 days before the price of the NFTs go up because the valuation is going up. And welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you so much for being here. And please share the videos because you never know who you're going to be able to help. And down below this video in the description box, you will find a link to Miracle Cash and more. That takes you to Cashflow NFT. That's where you sign up to buy the NFT. Or if you can't afford the 5,000, we have something else for you. You can sign up to become a free affiliate where you can actually refer other people. They give you 10% of the purchase price. Now, until March 20th or until the first 500 Benelux NFTs are sold, half of them have already been sold. They are at 50% off. You need the promo code B as in boy, I as in India, G as in George, then a hyphen, and then the number 50. So it's big hyphen 50, and that gets you the 50% off. After they're gone, then the Benelux NFT, the newest one, will cost $5,000, just like the UK NFT. So you can refer people and earn 10% of the price that they purchase at, and you do that enough times, you will get a free NFT that way. Or you can join our group opportunity plan down below in the description. Minimum that you can contribute is $250, and it's based on a $5,000 NFT. You receive whatever percentage you put in. So an example, $250, which is the minimum. Then it's $250 increments. So you can only put in $250, $500, $750, $1,000, $1,250, $1,500, and so on. And you can use your debit and credit card through PayPal or checking account, and you can use crypto to join our cash flow NFT $5,000 business opportunity. The link is down below in the description. We are up to 1,500, therefore it's 3,500 left that could be possibly purchased, and the percentage you contribute is the percentage you're going to receive when they start giving out commission checks the end of March, and their monthly thereafter. And if they give us whatever the commission is, $1,000, make it simple for you. That means at $250, that's 5%. So you'll have a check for $50 that month. A person that puts in 10%, which is $500, will get a check for $100. A person that puts in, let's say, $2,000, I don't know what that percentage is, but nonetheless, that percentage is what they would receive from that 1,000 commission. So nonetheless, let's talk about this a little bit further. But I'll be doing some videos right now. So let's get started with that, and then I'll be coming back, interrupting every 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, and I'll run some more because we have a lot to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Real now. So everyone's very excited on this side. Hakan's done an amazing job because it's really, his contacts and connections that's brought this to us. So we're very, very, very happy for it. So is it official now? The two things that I've been talking about is the funding, the loan, 50 million, and also a deal that happened in Germany with Vodafone. Are those two deals finalized and signed contracts?
So, hi, Micah. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Hakan.
So, yeah, so the 50 million loan deal, the master agreement has been completely signed. So that is complete. And we have also got the deal for the 4,000 Vodafone stores in Germany, which will enable us to have electronic terminals, will enable us to use our Miracle with installment products, and will enable us to cherry pick for where we want to install ATMs, and also turn those shops into Miracle outlets that will also allow the consumer to buy and sell crypto at the stores.
Okay, great. So the other thing we wanted to talk about today is I think people know already that we're in the process of building out the Boogie Golfer Club website. And
okay.
Yeah, so we can move on to that because I want to cover this.
So really, before we're going into that, just so you know, I mean, people that are especially in EU would have noticed that we're at the very edge of, hopefully, if not this week, next week, we'll have the doors open of that Berlin. There's a lot of stuff going on there at the moment. Mm-hmm. We've already started the construction in Köln as well. We are, 80-90% with the stores in Cyprus, where our NFT holders also have shares in. So again, we're looking forward to opening those stores next week, along with our exchange offices as well, not only crypto.
Yeah.
So with all this and all this action, well, it was all about building the platform of Boogie G, because at the end of the day, Miracle Cash is the asset behind the NFT.
Yeah.
Cash NFT is a sales and delivery channel of the NFT, but it's actually the community, the NFTs, that will be rewarded from the profit share. So we are currently working with several different partners, solution partners. We are building the best NFT platform in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I really mean it.
And when you say platform,
I will explain what it is. So when I say platform, is because for people to be able to receive their profit share, they will have to come onto Boogie G.
Yeah.
They will have to go through a KYC.
Yeah.
And because we pay the NFT, we need to know who that NFT is with, right? So once they're on the platform, they will find, every single information going on with the company, that retail outlet happened. All this information that we're sharing on these calls, it will be live on Boogie G.
Yeah.
If there's a deal coming through with T-Mobile, they will be able to see it on Boogie G. When they go to their dashboard, they will know their assets that are connected to their NFT, and they will have information about distribution of dividends, and when that is, and how much is, all of this, and they will also have, we're building something to show them the actual effects of the growth of the company onto their NFT. So what I mean is, every business has a 5-year forecast, but as you realize your targets in the forecast, your discounted cash flow, i.e. the actual valuation of the company, i.e. the valuation of the NFT, changes, right?
Yeah.
So when each and every deal or each and every outlet is opened, we will have a discounted cash flow valuation model embedded into their dashboard, so they actually know and can see the value being added onto their NFT. It's
Right.
not only important, for them, but it's also important for the actual sale price when
Right.
it's out there in the market.
So when it's
So
being
an
traded,
engine, so two engines. One, this is what you have and this is what you'll be receiving. Two, this is what you have and this is what's being done regarding this. Therefore, this is the value that's been generated, that's added to your NFT. So that's what this platform is going to be calculating at the backside, but on the front side, it's going to be talking about Boogie G, and the whole community and his life, because he has lots of promises and he's doing stuff with his maybe sister and mother, and he's going to deliver these promises, and he is.
All right, welcome back. So I want to talk about what you now know. $50 million funding round. A valuation that's going to increase. Another funding round of $250 or more is potentially going to happen. You also know about new business with Belgium and getting licensed and regulated properly and setting everything up. Now, going forward, we're going to be talking about some other items that you may be interested in, such as what happens if you get an NFT, but then you don't do your KYC so they can pay you. What about that? Because remember, you're going to receive a monthly commission check. And then at the end of 4 years, they're going to start looking around for buyers of the entire company. That's why the NFT is so valuable if they pull this off. And it looks like that Vodafone deal, they are pulling it off, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the tip of an iceberg. That's going to be a big old snowball running downhill. Are you going to be in it or not? Let me know what you think in the comments section, and we're going to move on. So check out some more of that live stream Zoom. Very powerful. Big smile on my face too. Let's go.
they have their NFT, they go on to Boogie G, the website, they do their KYC, and then they get paid. Let's say they don't do that. What happens? They don't get paid. They need
If
to
they
KYC.
do that, because they have to KYC, because tomorrow, if a NFT holder sells their NFT,
Yeah.
it's a whole new registration. Unless we know a new registration, where are we going to pay?
Right.
It's for a generic NFT, because there is no dividend payment.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, right?
What's the difference? Because people get airdrops, and they get airdrops that are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Are they KYC'd? Is there
No, because they're not paying any dividends.
right?
It's the NFT is the value, but we're actually our NFT partners are actually partners of a business.
Yeah.
That's what makes it unique, right?
So I would say, for those who are listening now, understand there's a great deal of responsibility that each buyer has of these NFTs to really get themselves to a place of receiving these funds. I'm anticipating, and this is weird to me, someone pays $5,000 for an NFT or more, and we don't see them. We make calls, they don't call us back. And this is real, and it's getting close now. So if you're an affiliate who are broad affiliates, call them, let them know we're close, make sure that they're set up right, and ask them if they brought anyone and tell them to do the same. This is going to be on us. The success is about us being responsible for what we have and taking the steps. So when the Boogie Gopher website, I think it's going to be boogiegopherclub.com. I think that's what we have. When that launches, there'll be a small window actually from the time that it's ready to go and when we are able to pay out, I imagine. And I'm just putting it out there that don't expect the first payment to be this amazing, huge sum, because it takes a while to get all the customers in place and to get this engine going. But if you're not there and you're not registered and we're about to pay, what happens to those funds if they're not set up at the time that we go to pay? Does it stay in a holding tank, or what happens? Do we know?
I believe it all goes to me. That's what I thought.
Exactly. Ray the slush
So-
fund.
Yeah, so by all means, do not put your wallet in.
So on the other side, I mean, that's correct, Micah. So people need to, get hold of people because it is very close, and they do need to, they will need to be registering.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think about that update? That latest and greatest information? Well, we're not done yet. I have a little bit more to share with you. So let me hear from you what you think about this project. This is totally different. Licensed, regulated in each jurisdiction that they're having stores, that they're going to have their ATM machines, there are AVM machines, automatic vending machines. And what do you think about any other deal that you've heard so far? Make those comments down below. Let's move on. Let's talk about it after we go through a few more minutes. It's awesome. Here we go.
On
Yeah.
the other side, a couple of more information I would like to give on the licensing, the regulation side. Although we had a Benelux license from our Holland license, last week we managed to obtain an individual Belgium license as well. We have completed the Abu Bamboo closing STO, so SPO, share purchase offering for our Spain license. So that's been signed as well. We're currently evaluating an EMI license, which is electronic money institution license for EU. This will allow us to not only do Miracle with installments, but actually for us to issue a European crypto credit card. So we're validating this of obtaining an EMI license. So I forecast in the next 2 months, we will be looking to obtain an EMI license and add a crypto credit card product to our portfolio.
That would be so that it's our own instead of being a white label thing.
That's our own.
It's our own.
That's
Okay.
Miracle getting an EMI license, going to a Visa, and getting a EMV, so Europay MasterCard Visa certification. It's that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And obtaining a PCI security license on the card, and really allowing people globally to use a card which is backed with credit, but albeit the credit tied into the crypto wallet.
Okay. So maybe on the card itself, there could be Miracle with installment.
I mean, even if you're not buying miracles with installments, it's a card giving you the licensing you that you can borrow Bitcoin,
Oh, okay. Wow.
borrow Ethereum.
Amazing.
So I don't know. This is something that you don't know yet, but luckily Jordi happened to be on the meeting today. Is Jordi here on the
Yeah.
call?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
So through the EMI license, and we have started the process of to allow us to give a mega growth to the company. But albeit this is not a done deal, it's a process that started.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a process that I think we can complete for a 200 million refunding up and above the 50 million that we already have.
Oh, wow. So we're having a incredible few weeks here with everything that's happening. So it feels like we've started. Really,
Even Jordi said she's very excited with my performance.
Yeah, exactly. I said we should write a documentary about that.
We're
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten excited yet, well, now we have even something more, because what about getting licenses so you can have your own debit or credit card? And of course, wherever they're licensed, that would be the EU for now, but you can see where this is going, just the beginning. So let's hear about that as well. Check it out.
All right, here we go.
Does anybody see anybody new?
What is that? What is that? So we have been working on the Boogie Gopher Club website, boogiegopherclub.com. It's not live yet, but it will be very soon. And we've been discussing that. We are in a process of adding to the family. So that's what you see here. We didn't actually know this was going to happen today, but what you see, who you see next to Boogie is actually Boogie's teenage daughter, Little Miss Boogie, and she will be revealed and launched fairly soon, and that's another project that we're working on. And so we'll have a few fun slides here with Boogie and his style. You know, he was styled by a Hollywood stylist, so he's the best dressed NFT in the market. Here's Boogie and Little Miss hanging out in front of their home. So there's also a third project that's coming, and what you're looking at here is Boogie Raccoon Tycoon, which is also something that's in the works, so that everyone can at least be aware of that there's projects that are being worked on and that's coming down the pipe, and that's why Boogie's so happy. It's not just him anymore. So everyone's asking, and I'm sort of telling people to not expect much for the first quarter of 2023, but look for something in the second quarter. And I think I'm probably right about that. We're trying to be ready for that date, to have the systems in place to be able to execute payments. But really, I think for me, I'm comfortable with saying that it's going to be more exciting the second quarter and the third quarter of 2023. Would you agree?
100%. Yes.
Okay, so we get to this now. We've been talking about this, and this is something that Hakan shared with me a couple of days ago. And he started to talk about it, and I was looking at him going, are you serious? So okay, so first of all, the 50 million plays into a little bit of this, right? That there's a valuation that happens on the company. Yeah. And so we've hired a financial analyst. Her name is Ipik Boyd. Her background is she's been with Merrill Lynch and Goldman Sachs. This is what she does, and this is her world. And so a lot of what we're talking about today are things that she's been saying to us about what this process is. Mm-hmm. But what we're doing is something as the first in the industry, the first in crypto to do this, and it's actually brilliant. So do you want to sort of
So
describe this for everyone?
yeah, so DCF, so discounted cash flow is a global model, global algorithm, way of calculating a value of a company or a share. So each and every master franchise in itself is a business, and it's a company in itself. So the algorithm or the multipliers that you use in a DCF starts from a very little multiplier. Why? Because it's, you know, day one projections. Every tracking that you have on the forecasted budget makes a direct effect on the multiplier or on the variables that you use on building a DCF model. Right? So, especially on the 50 million, but more so when the fund saw that we're bringing the Vodafone deals, the Bit10X deals, opening stores, going into construction, obtaining licenses. These are all milestones that make difference in the multiplier of those variables that build a DCF model. Okay,
right.
So we're now, and that's where the Boogie platform comes that we're building. If you remember on the previous calls, we talked about that you're going to be able to go onto the Boogie G platform, go to your dashboard, and there you will see your assets and how much those assets have actually produced, and when those values were being planned to be distributed to you. Now, what you're also going to see there is a DCF valuation done by professionals, and we're not only getting hired IPEC as a great financial analyst, we're actually getting the 50 billion fund that I mentioned to rubber stamp, to do their due diligence on her DCF, that we actually announced a value, and that value will change at every quarter. It will.
So let me jump in there. So if you think of a project that you start with like an idea and it's on paper, and I've had friends who've done tech projects before, and so you bring that idea to a certain stage, then you go and pitch it in front of, you know, investors. They look at the value, they look at the idea, then you get some seed money, you build some components to it, then you can go to the next step, and every time something happens, it adds value, good or bad, value or detracts value from the company. So every time there's a banking contract done by miracle, there's a technology that's been finished, a project that's been finished, a product that's been
finished, a company that's been acquired,
company acquired,
like
Bamboo in Spain.
And we're in the process.
We're in the process
of potentially acquiring a big technology from the US at the moment.
Yeah, we're in the middle of that. So all of these pieces, and this is what Hakan told me, there's 200 plus variables that get plugged into a system, and what comes out is basically a value. Then that's being taken to the fund. The fund then looks at it, and because of being the fund, when he says rubber stamp it, there's an additional acknowledgement of that value.
We turn our NFTs into collateral. That's what happens.
Right. That's where we're going. So not that's the company. Now, because the consolidation of each country with these NFTs, like Germany, is its own consolidated value.
Yeah.
And then that value basically transfers over to the NFT themselves as a discounted
cash flow.
Cash flow real financial instrument in a sense, right? It's actually the contract, but it ties into that.
The contract becomes an assignable collateral.
Right.
That's what it turns
Right.
into.
And we've talked about how we could do that with how our model works. But the amazing news is you have a verifiable value to that NFT through this process, which is how every company in the world gets valuated.
And the other thing is, with the current NFTs that have been sold,
right,
with the performance that we have, you know, the performance that we've shown, i.e., add the KPIs, okay,
Mhm.
the valuation will, that I know, because I know the numbers that are going to come out,
Mhm.
okay, actually has a mega boost on return once we announce it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So each and every deal that is signed, the whole value of the existing NFTs
Mhm.
and the ones that we are selling at the moment, that's why we will be changing the prices.
Right.
So
So don't forget, we also hold all these NFTs, right? So we're looking and we're working to see how do we push that value up as much as possible, as quickly as possible. So the ride that we're all on this ride together.
Right, so-
Because me and Hakan and the team here, we all hold these
we're
NFTs.
also NFT holders.
We're NFT holders. We're all NFT holders. So
All right, ladies and gentlemen, talk about the valuation of a company and how you build it. They gave him master class on how they're doing it, and also this is how it works. If you get money based on the value of your company, and then somebody else gives you money again for the value of the company that was created, then you create more value. Now you're at a winner's pace. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not excited yet, I don't know what to tell you. But down below in the description, if you want to get your NFT, Miracle Cash and More, $5,000. The Benelux NFT is $2,500 as long as you use the promo code. I've mentioned this several times, but I'm mentioning it again because not many people sometime watch the video. They skip through it. So maybe some people skipped ahead, and we want you to win. This has potential written all over it, but make sure you do your due diligence. And you know how they always say, but wait, there's more. There's always more. And can you believe they're putting together the family as well? That means there's going to be other NFTs. There's going to be other promotions. There's going to be something else going on. They've thought this out because there's a lot of moving parts and potential in the finance field and the finance space. So let's see what else they have going on, ladies and gentlemen. Another smile's on my face. It continues. All right. Now, let's get into it some more, all right? Check this out. Put the comments down below. I want to hear from you because this is going to be a long video. This is going to be about 40 minutes at least. So it's a long one. But for everybody on podcasts, hey, you're hearing the news. You're hearing the information. And if there's a description box below the podcast, Miracle Cash and More box and information is there. The cash flow business opportunity, the $5,000 business opportunity. If you want to get in for $250 or less, that link is down below. And if you have any questions, you can always make comments or you can send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. All right? It's that simple. Now let's get into some more of this and stay excited as I am, but do your own due diligence. Okay.
this is just sort of some information in regards to this kind of cash flow model, how it works and what it's about. Now we're going to talk about this, and this is numbers. And it's really interesting that when you have a multiplier of 4,000, you can put very little in there, and it's still super exciting. Okay, so let me get my glasses because it's a little small print here. Okay, so what we said on the point of sale machine, we believe the point of sale machine will be an amazing revenue source for us, but it will be something that builds over time as more and more people use crypto. So we said, you know, let's say that worst case scenario, we'll be able to profit about $10 a day per point of sale machine in the 4,000 locations. So then that represents 40,000 a day. We have 22 active days in a month. This is low. You wanted to change that to 25, right? Yeah, that didn't happen. So just know that this should be 25, so the numbers would be a little bit better, but this is just for everyone to sort of see how the numbers work. So then you have 22 days times 40, then you have $880,000 a month on the POS, and that then equals out to 10,560,000 a year. Then you have Miracle with installments. Now we spoke of, you know, how people will come into a store and purchase that phone. If they use our program to buy a $500 phone, then our profit should be somewhere around $50 on that deal. So that's now we're taking one deal per day from each store at $500, which isn't even an iPhone. And so with that, that would generate over $200,000 a day in profits from those stores. 22 days a month. That equals out to $4.4 million a month total for all the stores combined. And that is $52,800,000 a year on just one deal at $500 a day. And from the conversation I had with Hakan, you can understand that that is a very, very conservative number. Now we go to the buy and sell model. Now, Amsterdam has averaged around $100,000 a day in volume. Here on the island, the stores are averaging somewhere around what per day?
250 to 350.
But 250 to 200 to 250,000 a day. What we're saying is that we'll average around $1,000 a day per store. That would bring us a $40 a day profit per store, which is $160,000 a month, and per 160 a month per day, and that's 3,520,000 a month, all the stores combined. $42,240,000 for all the stores combined per annum. You add all those numbers up. Now, 75% of that is what stays with the franchise. So that is 79,200,000. By the way, this is for the Germany deal, obviously. And
Only
then,
one deal.
And that's just one deal. And then from that 79,200,000, I said, let's keep 20% of that in the company so we can continue to open more stores and expand on the ATMs. And so I think that's a reasonable number for working capital for that MFA. Now, that lowers the, oh, they did 20% on the 105. Okay. So that's about
57.
Yeah, let's do that math right now so we can.
So you're talking about 5.7 million, right?
So we have 79,200,000 less the 21,120,000. So 58 million. Now, if I divide that by 1,000, then we got $58,000 paid out in a year. It gives the value to that NFT about 10 times that.
A minimum of 10 times.
A minimum of
If-
10 times.
Not going into details, if you recall, of our negotiations with the company that we're in process of acquiring, you heard the value of data there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about, so our multiplier will be much higher than 10, especially because we're collecting repayment data on Miracle with installments. It's unique data, right?
Yeah. So we're looking at a valuation. If it's a 10 times, the value of each German NFT then becomes $580,000 on our most conservative numbers. Now, everyone knows that Germany was the first MFA. We had some very early investors into this. And, you know, we started with a couple of $1,000 per NFT. That's where we were about a year ago. The last price we had for the German was 25,000. So even at the $25,000 price, would you buy something for 25,000 that has a value of close to $600,000?
Can I get a hell yeah?
Oh my goodness. Official value per a
At a very
DC
conservative.
at a very conservative estimate.
Wow. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So just sit on that for a minute, because this is unheard of. This is like being able to get involved with Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $1, you know, or $5. That's what these numbers are telling us. Because we definitely
And don't go buy pizzas.
couldn't be more
Yeah.
conservative. Don't buy pizzas. Please send them. All right. So now you can understand. Now, here's what happens. Because this will be now becoming official, the dilemma that we're looking at is, once this is official and we say, well, we now confirmed Benelux is worth 250,000. Can we sell Benelux at $2,500? We can't. We cannot do that, right? So we're looking at this going, what happens? And we don't have a clear answer yet, but once this becomes official and public, we literally cannot move forward and sell them at these prices. It's just impossible. So we're working on looking at different ideas of what we do, and we will be announcing that. But understand that you're in the last days of being able to have this type of upside with the Miracle Project. It's just how it is, because once we bring this into the picture, everything becomes mainstream. This is no longer, I took a chance, I got some NFTs, and I became a multimillionaire. That story probably starts to become a different story. I got involved with Miracle and I'm financially free, but this insane upside, it does go away when the proof is there, and when it's official, it starts to go away. So I don't say that to, you know, scare anyone or whatever. I'm just saying these are the realities that we're facing, because we're looking at it going, there's no way we can, we can't sell something that's worth 250,000 for 2,500 anymore. We have to figure out what to do about that. So that's about to happen. And
Yeah.
what are we, like, maybe 2-3 weeks away from that?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago. I mean, it's, you know, it's great and it's amazing for me. I mean, the fact that we're at the edge of, you know, being all geared up to open the BoogieG platform.
Yeah.
The fact that we've managed to turn project into business into a collateral, a financial collateral, for me is like super exciting. I just can't put the words together. This is what I've been dreaming for years.
Yes.
Right? And I see it now. I hold it
Right.
And, you know, as a team, I think we've managed to get there, and you know, it's lovely to be sharing all this good information, and thank you for everybody in the team that helped me get to this stage that we can actually talk about this. And you know, we are where we are, and we will just carry on. More Vodafones and more BitNXs to
Yeah,
come.
this is literally like just the tip of the iceberg. It's the very beginning, and we're already being able to actually increase the value of one of our NFTs to $500,000. It's unbelievable. And when I sat in that chair and saw you present this to me a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
I knew there was leverage here, but this is even shocking me how powerful this business model is. It's unbelievable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been fantastic information. I spliced it together from 2 different calls so you guys would get the gist of this. You can understand everything. So all I'm going to say at this point is thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we continue to bring you passive income opportunities and ideas, because you never know what's going to work. And if this does work, well, guess what? Congratulations. Emerging millionaires will be in the house. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.